Hi, everyone. So apparently there has been somebody living next door for at least a week, and I didn't find out about it until like 2 days ago when Alicia pointed this out to me. So this is the best kind of neighbor to have, is one that you didn't even know moved in. Like, how did she move in? I'm home all the time. I hear things. I did not hear this chick move in. She looks like she could be in her early 30s. Looks like it's just her living there. And there's this, oh, hi. That's just my cat. And there's this guy, I think it could be like a family member or a friend or somebody she pays, who comes over once a week to mow her lawn for her. He's so like, I want to go talk to the dude. He's got like a hippie vibe, like tie-dyed shirt, long white hair, just missing like the bandana and a doobie. But yeah, so he just comes, does the mowing, and then leaves. And he just keeps to himself. I don't know, like, is it weird to spy on your neighbors? That sounds weird. I'm not trying to spy. But anyways, so it looks like she's got a day job because she's gone during the day. So yeah, like, Alicia only knew that she lived there because she was going to work and happened to see the girl was going to work or leaving or something at the same time. So this is good news, right? Like, I hope so. I hope I'm not like jinxing this. And part of selling the house for the introverts that lived there before was they rent to this lady who I think is also an introvert, because she barely ever leaves her house except to work. And she lives in like their garage that was transformed into like a tiny home kind of thing. So the lady still gets to stay there and pay rent to the chick that moved into the house. So this is like ideal, because I was so afraid there were going to be, I don't know, like just people who were loud, wanted to have parties all the time. Like, I'm definitely feeling my age because I do not want to live next to any of that. Also, is it a thing still to go welcome new neighbors to the neighborhood? Do people do that? Because I have no clue, and I don't plan on doing that, because that's just inviting a friend that I don't know that I want. And I don't know if I really want to open that door with the introverts. They had to have been like us, because we would say hi to each other, you know, like maybe a sentence or two here and there, and then like that's it. We didn't do anything else. We didn't hang out. We didn't nothing. So I don't know that I'm supposed to be going and doing that. Like, do people bring the fucking casseroles still? Is that, I don't know if that's a thing. So if it's rude that I'm not doing that, then I guess I'm just rude. But anyways, that's good news. Other good news in the neighborhood is, I forgot if I had mentioned this, but there's this one family on the street that just sticks out like a sore thumb. They just stick right out. They're loud all the time. One of the guys that lives there, like, is an obvious drug dealer, because I hear his car going at all hours. He at least knows to leave and not have a bunch of people come to the street to get their drugs. He's got anger issues. It's like two parents with a son that is in his late 20s, early 30s, who still lives there. They hadn't been paying the mortgage. They really just don't do anything. They try to mooch off of people. The first winter Alicia and I lived here, the guy, the father, he just walked right on over, and he's like, hey, I need money for gas. And or no, what did he say? I need gas or something like that. I don't remember, but it was like he was trying to get money, and I had offered, like, I'll drive you there. You can get it that way or something. I don't know, but he came over, and it was like a moochy kind of thing. That was the first interaction that we had with the dude, and he didn't look like he was genuinely in need. And plus, like, Janice had informed us of what that family's like, so we kind of knew what to expect. But anyways, they're leaving. They were supposed to be out this past weekend, but they got extended somehow. So their house got foreclosed. They have to be out at the end of the month. And Alicia kind of feels bad about that, but I don't. Only because when you make choices like that, like they were not making good choices for their lives. I mean, these are the consequences. How do you not know that not paying your mortgage is going to result in like your house being foreclosed? How do you not know that selling drugs is not a viable career option? Like, right from wrong. They know what they're doing. So I don't feel bad that the house got foreclosed and they're being kicked out because they brought this upon themselves. And I guess it kind of sounds like an asshole thing to say, but it's the truth. It's just the truth. But that's not why I got on to record today. I actually got on to record to admit that I don't know how to provide support for somebody, and I'm just not realizing I'm not good at this. I'm better at it when it involves strangers. So what the issue is, and I'm not like, this is my podcast. Alicia doesn't listen to it, but she wouldn't mind if I shared this. So she is overweight. Both of us have struggled with weight. And I'm not like skinny and I don't eat properly. I'm not like, my situation is I have lost a bunch of weight. I'm not a skinny mini, but I am feeling great. I look great according to myself. This is the best I've ever felt. And I know it's because Sylvester came out, but I'm maintaining my weight. I'm doing awesome with that. I just don't eat very good. I'm a disordered eater. I eat whenever. A few days ago for breakfast, I had a Snickers bar, and for lunch, I had a Hershey's bar. I mean, that's not good. I know this, and I don't care. So, in my opinion, I don't know that I'm a good person to provide support for somebody who's trying to lose weight, which is Alicia. I don't know how to do this, and I didn't know that this was such an issue for me. I don't know how I didn't know this. Like, I'm better at doing this for strangers. When I was a counselor, I loved meeting with people, listening to what they were going through. We came up with strategies. Like, I loved the counseling aspect. I don't know. I felt like I was being supportive of people. I rarely got any complaints from clients. And I found that came really easy to me. But my therapist said it's easier to be supportive and empathetic towards strangers than it is toward people that are in your lives, that you live with. That just doesn't make any sense to me. That is totally backwards. But that's the situation. And so in between Alicia and, like, we're going to see my therapist. I know it sounds weird, but it works. I don't know how to explain it, but we go see my therapist once a month now for our marriage counseling or whatever, and then I see my therapist in between for individual sessions because I still have a bunch of shit to work on, and this is apparently one of them. And I see her on Monday, and I need to ask her, like, how am I supposed to provide support to my wife who wants to lose weight and be healthy when I don't eat healthy myself? I don't exercise. I prefer, hello, sorry for all the meows. There's lots of cats that live here. Only 4, but that's a lot to some people. But anyways, so, and I am aware that you can still be supportive of somebody and not, like, I could be 500 pounds and still support my wife. Like, I get that, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I think that's just what it comes down to. I don't know what to do. And I was explaining this to her yesterday. She wasn't like we're just talking to each other like you're supposed to do. Having regular conversations, sharing your feelings, blah, 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 blah. But it does turn out that if you use your words and try to explain things and ask questions and not make assumptions, things do get better. So I told Alicia yesterday that I don't know what to do. I'm afraid if I say, hey, do you like, I noticed that you already had a snack. Like, what am I supposed to do? Do you really need to be eating that? Like, I'm not going to do that. But then on the other hand, if I don't say anything, then it feels like I'm not being supportive and I'm just not letting her. But do you see the predicament? Does anybody, yeah, you guys, there's people out there that experience this, because I know that this is definitely related to autism. I don't know. Where is the fucking book for this? It sounds so simple. Be supportive of your wife. I'm good with words. I'm good with affirmations. I do that. I have no problem with words. It's just the actions part. I don't know. Like, well, no, I do have a problem with words with some things. Like, I tell her that I'm proud of her because I am. I tell her about changes that I noticed, like with anything. Just the fact that she's communicating to me more is huge. And I make sure I let her know that I really appreciate this. So I'm really good at that kind of stuff. But I'm not good at stuff that I guess I was never taught. Is this supposed to come naturally? I don't know. Maybe both? And how is it that I was able to figure out how to support fucking strangers and not my own wife in certain situations? It's just weird. I'm afraid that I sound judgmental because I know I do. She's made comments about that before, and she's finally starting to realize that while I make comments, it sounds like judgment, but I'm not judging you. I'm just stating observations and facts, just like I sound right now. And I'm glad that she's finally starting to understand that this isn't judgment. This is just how I talk, and that I'm just stating what I'm seeing. And so I'm afraid that I could be too nagging if I get after her about, like, get after her. See, even that, I don't want to patrol somebody. She's not asking me to patrol. I'm just starting to spiral because I'm just overthinking this. Oh, God. I don't have any advice for anybody. I'm just on here telling you that I don't know how to support my own wife who's trying to lose weight and get healthy. Oh, man, this is such a mind fuck. This sounds so embarrassing to admit out loud. And I know a part of it, actually a large part of it, has to do with how I'll be perceived. Because I don't want her perceiving me as being judgmental, because I'm not judging her. Who am I to judge? I'm not judging. But she definitely likes her food, and, you know, like her words, she eats her feelings. I understand what that's like. I've done that. But I don't feel right pointing out, like, hey, you've already had a snack like an hour ago. Do you need to have this? Like, I don't know that is that supportive? That just sounds like being rude. Or maybe there's a better way to word things and I just don't know what that is. You know, like, we do go out and do things. We do walks and stuff like that. So I know that that's like a way to be supportive, is let's go for a hike or something like that. I don't know, but I don't know what to do as far as when, like, we're grocery shopping. Like, do I say anything if she gets a box of cookies? It's just like, I'm already thinking of these potential scenarios, and I'm realizing I don't know the answers for any of them. My answer is to say nothing, because she is a grown-ass woman and she can make her own choices. So who am I to question those? But then at the same time, it's kind of like she is asking me to question them, and I just don't feel right about that. I don't know what to do with this. And I'm sorry if I'm just, like, repeating myself, but this is not good. This is not good. Like, and it's also a very sensitive topic because, like, she's doing grad school. She's so busy all the time. And I am very good with being supportive with that whole area. Like, I know what she needs. I know, like, what I can do to make things easier for her. I'm good with all of that. I'm just not good with very sensitive subjects like weight. And I was never taught how to talk about that. Not even in the counseling field, actually. But that's not even really something that you're supposed to bring up yourself. Like, if the client wants to talk about it, then that's for them to do. But you know what I mean? Like, and then at the same time, who cares if somebody's overweight? It doesn't necessarily mean they're unhealthy. It just, bodies are different. They look different. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't know what to do about this. And, I kind of wish that she had other people she could go to for support or something. Like, she does kind of, but I know that me being the spouse, I have to be, like, the most supportive, I think. I don't know. And I don't know what to fucking do. And I have to wait till Monday to find out. What is Tia going to tell me? She better give me some suggestions. Because I know that there's probably tons of you listening right now that are like, just do this, just say that. It's not that hard. But there's also just as many of you that understand exactly what I'm talking about. Because it's so hard. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to be the cause of, like, a sad feeling she has or something about how she views herself. But I don't want to be unsupportive and just stand by because honestly, like, I am worried about her. She got put on metformin yesterday. She's been trying to put that off, but the doctor was like, nope, you got to do this. And so she's on metformin now. The good news is there's a ketamine retreat. This is kind of a tangent, I think. It's a ketamine retreat. It is ran by doctors and therapists. They've been trained, blah, blah, blah. You go away for a few days with a group of people. They do different therapies with you while you're under the influence of ketamine and you're being supervised. And it's like this whole process. And she's taking the steps to get through it, and she finally got approval yesterday, and this is like next month. I think it's like up in Rochester, so it's like an hour or two away, but anyways, so like that's good. I'm really, really hoping. Man, does anybody in this country do ayahuasca? Is there ayahuasca in the United States? Where is it? Is it here? I would like some. Like, I've heard nothing but good about that, but I guess a ketamine retreat will do, since that's what we found. I'm not doing it. I might go and stay with her in the hotel because she said that would be supportive. So I do good when people tell me what to do. Tell me what you need. But Alicia admitted to me that she doesn't know how to be supportive of herself when it comes to her weight. So she has no suggestions for me. And I'm back to where I was. But the ketamine thing's good. I hope that makes huge differences in her brain, because she's definitely treatment resistant to, like, all depression meds. Like, she just is. But yeah, when it comes to, like, wanting to get healthy and lose weight, I don't know what to do. I don't feel like I'm a good source of support in that area when I don't even do the things you're technically supposed to do. Fruits and veggies every day, you know, the vitamins and blah, blah, blah. Like, I just eat a handful of things and they're in rotation, and then I'm good with that. I don't care. I just don't care. Yeah, I just don't care. I love my sedentary lifestyle. I only like exercising when it has to do with hiking or walking, anywhere. I don't run. I don't do sit-ups. I'm not trying to, like, extend my life by, like, 10 years. Like, no, it's not worth it to me. Like, if I'm supposed to die at 85, I don't want to live to 95. That's just 10 more years of like achy joints and shit. I'm already experiencing that, but I don't know. Like, I just don't, I'm not into the whole eat green all the time and vegan and blah, 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 and exercise and meditate. Like, no, I don't do any of that bullshit because I don't have the focus for that. Anyways, why am I talking about this? I don't know. Oh yeah, because like I am not an example of anybody that exercises or eats well. So I don't know, I don't feel like, but then I counseled people and I was still doing these things. So like, what's the difference? I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. I just feel very awkward. And also I feel very, I know I keep saying embarrassed, but it's so embarrassing not to know how to be supportive of your wife who wants to lose weight and get healthy. I don't know what to do. And that's so embarrassing. Because I know it's so simple. But there's a block in my mind. Like I don't know what to do. I just don't. Doesn't come naturally. Why does this not come naturally, but other things do? So like I'm kind of, I feel like I'm spiraling a little bit. I wish I was not like this with this issue. But it is what it is. And Alicia understands. And she knows that like I'm trying, and that on Monday I'll talk about it with my therapist and maybe she'll help me out in that area, because I just wish I was taught this growing up. My mom struggled with her weight. She was always overweight the entire time, pretty much up until like I cut her off all those years ago. She's always struggled with her weight. It's always been a sensitive topic for her. And one time when I came home, I was in the military. She never taught me about eating well. She never taught me about like nutrition or nothing like that. So I had gained some weight and I came back after not seeing them for a year or two. I think it was a year, just a year. And she made this rude ass comment. She's like, oh, like you got bigger. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's so rude. I thought to myself, I didn't say that out loud. So I know that there's that whole thing too, like my issues and then my mom's issues. But as far as like where I'm at with like my weight, I'm happy with my weight. I don't care that I eat like garbage. It's my body, my life. I'll do what I want with it. But I also wish that I was taught how to have nutrition and different ways to exercise, and just the benefits of that. I wish I had that. I didn't even get a class of that in school growing up. It wasn't until college, and at that point, I had already done years in the military and then went to college. I was already set in my ways, so I don't know. But anyways, I could sure use some pointers if anybody's got any. Otherwise, I'll just wait till Tia. I see her on Monday. And I'll report back with my findings. And that is all this episode really is about today. Is just me saying, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. Sorry. I'm trying to work on my talking too. And the swearing, but I don't know how I did this episode with that. So yeah, this was just one of those, hey, if you can relate. Actually, every episode's like that, but it's like 1:00 in the afternoon. I feel like I just woke up a few hours ago. I feel like I'm getting like some energy to go do some stuff. So I'm going to go do that. Oh, you know what I'm doing today? I'm making homemade soup and it's 85 degrees outside. And you know what? It's like 65 in here because of air conditioning. So what does it matter? It's boiling outside. You can still have soup in a cold environment. It's almost like winter. Goodbye.